Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. If you're watching this, that means you're starting week 4 of Survey of Math. This week we're going to continue with Unit 5, which deals with basically all things equation writing. So again, another short video here, kind of just making up my own notes for the couple of things I want to briefly review. This video, if you can tell by the top of the screen, is going to go over two quick things here. How to write equations in standard form and how to write equations for horizontal and vertical lines. So video will take about a few minutes here. I'll run through both of them here pretty quick. And once you get these, this will give you a good overview to help you get through the IXL topics. So brief review of standard form. Standard form is when X and Y are on the same side. You can see by the formatting up top, a lot of times you'll see it written as AX plus BY equals C. A, B, and C do not have any specific meaning. They're just the numbers that you would have as a result of the equation. As you might remember, standard form is the result of manipulating slope-intercept form. When you have the y by itself, drag over the x to the same side as the y. That's how you get the standard form. We're not going to go through the whole process like you did in Algebra 1 of starting from scratch to get to standard form. As you see with the examples, they're all going to start in slope-intercept. I'm just going to briefly review a couple of rules as to how you write things in standard form, because also for the IXL, this is all you're really going to have to do anyways, so no sense in having to jump through all those hoops. Two main rules. You see the bullet points up at the top there. In order for something to be written properly in standard form, the A value must be positive, aka the value that's with the X. When you get X and Y on the same side, the coefficient with the X must be positive. Second thing, all the numbers in your problem when they're in standard form technically should be integers. So that means whole numbers, or so numbers again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1, -2, -3, -4, etc. No fractions, no decimals. If either of those things are in your problem, you have to manipulate the equation by multiplying by a factor that'll cause either that leading negative to go away or to make a fraction / decimal go away. So we'll talk about that here in these examples underneath. So number 1, y equals -3x minus 8. If I want to turn it to standard form, all I got to do is get the x on the same side as the y. So all I have to do for that is I'm going to add 3x because it's negative. I'm going to add it to get it to the other side. I'd have 3x plus y equals -8. Now again, x and y on the same side is the first part of making sure it's in standard form, but then the second and third part is making sure those bullet points from up top are met. So is the a value positive, aka is what's with the x positive? Yes, cool, that's done. Are a, b, and c integers? Absolutely. It doesn't matter if you have some negatives later on in the problem with the y or after the equal sign. That's not a big deal. A value is positive, all the numbers are integers. This is written in standard form and is done. So number 2, same idea. Y equals 10x plus 2. If I want to get it to standard form, we got to get the x on the same side as the y. So I'm going to subtract 10x, leaving me with -10x plus y equals 2. All right, so step 1, get x and y on the same side. Step 2, a value must be positive. If I look at the a value, it's -10. That's not positive. So in order to turn it to a positive, the easiest thing to do is take the whole equation, multiply it by -1. So this is what you'll do if you have to change the negative sign or if you have to get rid of fractions. You multiply the whole equation by the same factor. It still will have the same meaning, it will just have a different look. So we're going to multiply everything by -1 because what that'll easily do is make the -10x term positive. You make sure it applies to all the values. That includes even after the equal sign. You have to affect everything in the problem. So I distribute that -1 to everything. I can put it in standard form. 10x minus y equals -2. Everything's an integer, so this problem is done. Last example here, number 3. Again, same thing. Let's get x on the same side as y. So we're going to add 3/4 x. So we have 3/4 x plus y equals -5. Second thing, the a value must be positive. I see positive 3/4, so that's good. But the biggest thing is everything's got to be an integer. We can clearly see 3/4 is not an integer. It is a fraction. Easiest thing to do, make the fraction go away by multiplying everything by the denominator. So if I see 3/4, multiply everything by 4, because that'll clear the denominator out. You'll no longer have a fraction, and life will be good. So again, I distribute it to all the terms. 4 times 3/4 x is 3x, and then I get 4y and negative 20, and I've got myself my equation in standard form. So those are your quick little reminders here as to how standard form works. Again, I know in Algebra 1 we go through the process of, let's go find the slope, and then let's put in the point slope and do all those steps. Nothing wrong with that, but again, you've done that a bazillion times, and for what you're going to practice here on the IXL, this is all you really have to do with it. So just a couple quick reminders with those rules, especially the A value being positive, because as you'll see in the IXL, if you forget to do that, it's going to keep screaming at you that you're wrong. The other component with this is writing equations of horizontal and vertical lines, because these have their own, these are technically forms of standard form. It's just that they have a lot less information, as you know, with horizontal and vertical. Here's the very short version. If you're writing an equation for a horizontal line, it's y equals a number. And that number is where does it cross through on the y-axis. So I've got a couple of equations here, a couple of lines, I should say, on the graph. So if I look at the red line here, it's a horizontal line that's crossing through 6 on the y-axis. Therefore, my equation is y equals 6. This purple line I have down at the bottom of the graph, again, it's another horizontal line. And it is crossing through negative 8 on the y-axis. So we would say y equals negative 8. That's it. These are the fastest equations to write. It's just a matter of making sure when you see them on the graph, you know which direction's which. Horizontal is y equals. Vertical is x equals number because it crosses through the x-axis. We see on the red line, crosses through the x-axis at 3. So that would be the equation x equals 3. And with the purple line, it's crossing through the x-axis at negative 8. So x equals negative 8. That's all there really is to writing those equations. And you'll see with the IXL that goes with it, if I'm correct, if I remember correctly, it's basically here's a graph of a line. Which of these equations matches x or y? Again, long and short of it, horizontal is y equals, vertical is x equals, and that's really all you need to know with that. So, quick review there of those two concepts. IXL-wise, make sure you're keeping up with them. Some of you have done a great job with it. Some of you definitely need to play some catch-up with some of the other IXLs that I've given in the past week or so. Again, I know this is all stuff you've done 100,000 times in Algebra 1 and probably in Algebra 2 as well, but make sure that you are keeping up with this. Again, it is a grade. It still counts for half a credit for you on your transcript, and hopefully it should be one of the easier credits because it's all stuff you've seen before. So, again, you can see on the screen here, IXL, we're still in level K, S17 and S20. S17 is standard form. S20 is those horizontal and vertical lines. Your target score is an 80. So, try those. If you got any questions, shoot me an email. Get a hold of me on Schoology. I have office hours every school day, so hop on if you need some extra help. Otherwise, make sure you take care of those IXLs. Let me know if you need anything. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you for watching.